about the loss yesterday? I'm gonna, say it before you get the chance to say it yesterday.
Oh, no, I actually didn't have that in mind at all. Is that why you're wearing?
No, I was just wearing blue because I
chalice.
couldn't find anything colorful to wear today.
But you shouldn't mourn. I mean, the girls did a good job.
Yeah, but I'm still very, very sad. Thank you. And actually very proud of Keta, SHTS. They did very, very well, especially, I think Francisca, she's called. Fantastic performance. I'm happy to see them in the finals. I'm happy to see a girl in the finals, so great stuff. But yesterday was quite the shocker, wasn't it? Especially, Prempe, Opokuwari and KNUST.
It was a tough one.
Yeah.
And Prempe College emerged with the most points for the semi-final.
For the semi-finals, yeah.
And Opokuwari actually also had the most points. I mean, so the two schools had the highest scores. So in just one semi-final, we have two schools with the highest scores for all.
For the whole, it was really good stuff. So should be interesting. The finals, very, very interesting. Okay. But I think my money is on Keta. I'd love to see an underdog, take the trophy.
I think I'd want to agree with you on that.
Yeah, instead of the we serve. What was the precise thing? We are 7-11 God. Yeah, that's a good one.
But. Anyway, but I would also want to say belated happy birthday to a friend of ours here, Gosh Quarte. You know the guy who does
yes.
Mobile money down the road.
Yeah. It's his birthday.
It was his birthday yesterday.
Oh.
And I got it late. So yes, happy birthday to you.
Well, happy birthday to Gosh.
He serves us very well. Okay, so apparently we have a song for Enigma. Can we hear that? Yeah, play that.
Maria. As I'm saying, it's a young child, now we come out from the west. And I do too, Samanda, now we come out from the west. Kenzo be puli benzo, now we come out from the west.
You like it?
It's all good.
Do you like it?
No, I don't.
You don't like the song?
I don't like the song. But it's all good.
Which one do you like?
I don't know. I like a lot of songs. It's all good.
But you don't like this one?
No, I don't. It's all good.
Maria.
Yeah, okay. Are you getting on the bandwagon now?
No.
Because we can switch this very easily. Actually, you know what? All of you in the studio that are trying to bring problems, none of your schools was in the semi-final.
Doesn't really matter. Yari.
Can we just do the newspapers?
Yari.
Let's do what we're paid to do. I'm going to start this morning with the Daily Graphic. Okay, so embrace tax measures. Finance Minister appeals to Ghanaians. And the Minister of Finance, Mr. Kenuforiata, has called on Ghanaians to accept the tax measures in the 2022 budget as a rallying call to contribute their quota to nation building. He said while Ghana's developmental needs were enormous, its resources were meager, making it difficult for the government to provide adequate and sustainable development. Prempe Presec Kitasco for NSMQ finals. Asabi leaves SIGA to focus on NPP chairmanship. That's on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Okay, so Ghanaian to establish Africa's largest photography library. So if you're a fan, then this is definitely a story for you. Paul Ninson is a journalist. No, sorry, he's a photographer in Long Island City in Queens, New York. And he has over 30,000 African photo books, and he's planning to open a library. So that should be interesting. There's a piece on communication, development, and your child. Also, 46 tourists killed in Bulgaria car crash. Wow, may their souls rest in peace. Okay. Telling us who you are. This is by Elizabeth Ohene, opinion piece. I have no idea if there's any such thing as CV.com website, but there must be. For where else would all these look-alike, sound-alike CVs be coming from? And I think from that, she's talking about being original and not copying other people. Question here is, who are you? The famous question that was asked to Wendy Shea. Elizabeth Ohene is asking as well. Prempe Presec Kitasco for NSMQ finals. And yesterday, Otunfo was trending at #1 on Twitter. He is a Presecond. I don't know if you caught the contest. He came in and answered, like he stretched the contest, and then he fainted.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah, round one.
No.
Then he fainted and they took him to the hospital. So he was trending #1 for most of the day. He's called Otunfo. Yeah.
He must have drained himself.
Yeah, definitely. And I hope he's feeling better. But I mean, the drama of it, come on, kill it
How
with
did I miss that?
How did you miss that indeed?
No.
So I think that the finals is on Friday, right?
It is on Friday.
The finals on Friday, and of course you can catch all the updates and that's final here on JoyNews TV. Restrict tax exemptions to charity and critical investments. The IEA is urging the government. That's on page 13 of the Daily Graphic. Okay, Amin Adam says 2022 budget tackles debt concerns head on. Party activists pledge to uphold peace. Introduce effective tax regimes to avoid borrowing. That's APC to government. State-led. Something I find very interesting is that after the budget, there are lots of people who have opinions on the budget.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we do like
pre-budget consultations.
Yeah, consultations.
Yeah, they're pre-budget consultations.
Yes.
Except at the end of the day, I don't think
will do what they want to do.
It doesn't look like this e-levy issue was one of those that was subjected to the pre-budget consultation.
Right, okay, because
because they usually engage CSOs and other stakeholders, but I doubt they would have told them that we're going to throw in an e-budget.
Okay. State-led economy should drive economic growth, that's according to CPP. Government commends GSS for successful 2021 census. Former venture capital CEO and others default in payment of 20 million Ghana cedis, Mr. Daniel Duku, former CEO Venture Capital Trust Fund. And another one of these stories, manhunt for murderer of lover. And this happened in the Volta region. A man's lover her lifeless body was discovered in the fridge. We talked about it yesterday. Okay, so now there's a special supplement. It's actually where to go for Black Friday supplement. So if you're looking to shop, then you want the Daily Graphic. There's a whole supplement with sales and things that's Nibina or PE and all of that. So Black Friday, where to go. Okay, so yeah, you definitely want to do that. Okay, so let's go to the Northeast region, and they are moving to reverse the trend. In terms of their falling education standard. Educational outcomes in the region are not encouraging compared to schools in other regions. We cannot pretend all is well because the performances are not encouraging. That's on page 23 of the Daily Graphic. There's an invitation to a book launch and on the occasion of the Golden Jubilee of the installment of Nana Otuo's Rebo II Drabin Hine. Okay, so this is happening November 27th. Forecourt of Drabin Palace in Ashanti region at 10 a.m. So if you're in the area and you're interested. Government secures $74 million for household lavatories in Accra and Kumasi. That story was on yesterday as well. Yendi MCE calls for sustainable peace for development. $19 million lost to cyber criminals in 2020. That brings us to a total of $239 million in 5 years. So that in terms of ranking, first is cyber fraud, and these include romance fraud, investment fraud, mobile money fraud, and phishing. So phishing is when scammers trick you into giving out private information, so like your bank account details and all of that. And then shopping scams, and then stranded passenger. So those, in terms of cyber fraud, those are the things that people are really falling victim to. Then the second ranking is sexual image abuse or extortion. So sex image abuse, a number of varieties are employed: sextortion, publication of obscene materials, child pornography, child marriages, student to teacher. I guess that's blackmail, publication of obscene material, child pornography. Then the third ranking is intrusion, when criminals attack digital and networking systems of their targets without authority. So these are the three major things that have caused us to lose $239 million in 5 years.
All right, so I'm just looking at the one who put together the opinion piece.
Yeah, DSP Fiatingi.
Yes, and she's out there in the Volta region. Good morning to you. I'm sure you're watching us.
Police Public Affairs.
Have a wonderful day. Yeah, she used to be in Greater Accra.
Yeah,
Greater
I remember.
Accra.
I think I've spoken to her a few times.
Yeah.
But this is interesting. I think it's definitely worth having a conversation on at some point. Industry players briefed on Keta Port feasibility studies. Further considerations on anti-LGBTQI bill. E-levy will worsen plight of businesses. That's the GNCCI. And rural community banks need more support to drive local development. Okay, President donates 1 million cedis to Hearts. Why? To help them to prepare for their continental campaign. Okay, whatever. Boss takes delivery of 5,400 pipes for... It's not coming to your pocket, so of course it's not paying me. 5,400 pipes for expansion. And Newmont's Foundation completes 127 projects in a half a region. That's it for the Daily Graphic this morning.
Let's go to the Finder. We do not have the Ghanaian Times this morning, but I'll go to the Finder. And on the front page, President supports Hearts of Folk with 1 million cedis to play in CAF Confederation Cup. Okay, if they go and play, they'll bring honors to the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. I mean, similar support was given to Kotoko back then.
We haven't said anything. We just said we'll see how it goes.
Okay. All right. So, and then there's this story. E-levy final details emerge. And I find that quite interesting. It applies to total value of transactions after 100 Ghana cedis. And so the final details that they're talking about, we all know the 100 cedis transfer per day. And then the e-levy is a new tax measure that will be applied only on the originator of a transaction on an electronic payment platform, including fintech platforms, online banking, and mobile money platforms. And then there's another one. E-levy different from fees charged by service providers. So it's different from CST. It says this proposed new levy of 1.75% is different from the fee that mobile phone companies charge mobile money subscribers for using their mobile money platform. Okay. So it means in addition to the 1% and sometimes up to, 1% up to 10 cedis, you're going to have this also slapped on it. So if you're sending 200 cedis, it's essentially going to be like 2.75%. So that's the clarity we're getting to this. And we're also learning that transfers to another person's wallet will attract e-levy. So sending money from one's mobile money wallet to another person's mobile wallet, another person's wallet or bank account using mobile money will attract the levy. So if you're sending it to my wallet or you're sending it to my bank account, it will attract. Transfers from bank to another person's Momo account attract e-levy. So if you're sending from a bank to another account, and using Momo to pay for services or products attracts levy.
Yeah.
Debit, credit card, QR code, POS for transactions attract e-levy.
Oh.
Wow. So transactions at merchant locations that are done using a debit, credit card, QR code, alternative payment channel will be charged the e-levy. E-commerce, online payments attract e-levy. Inward remittances attracts e-levy. But they said there's no e-levy on ATM transactions, no e-levy on current account transfers to savings account, no e-levy on transfers between the person's accounts in different banks, no e-levy on bank transfers and checks. Okay. But it's quite worrying, the details that are coming out, that if you're going to use your POS, you're going to use your card, your debit or credit card.
To pay
for something, you're going to be charged e-levy. Wow. Okay.
I guess they're really just trying to get us back into the cash system.
I guess so.
Because it's beginning to seem like the cheapest way to do stuff.
Yeah.
And it's funny, when just a few weeks ago, the vice president was talking about digitalization.
Yeah.
And it kind of moved the country to a place where, we're getting digital, and then bam, you slap this tax, on it.
Okay.
Well.
In other news, President Akufo-Addo receives letters of credence from 7 envoys. President supports Hearts of Folk with 1 million cedis to play in CAF Confederation Cup. In 2022 budget is a response to the call for jobs upon Nkrumah. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear your question.
That's
I
information.
can hear the question that you're asking. I'm asking it to how is it a response to the call for job? Let me read the thing. Let me read it because I don't understand. Information Minister says it's the budget's response to concerns of youth unemployment in the country. Okay. So it has introduced employment schemes to partially address the situation. And government also provided more that, yeah, that was in the past. NABCO, okay, but moving forward, we don't understand, though. Okay, 50,000 Ghana cedis for startups by young graduates to expand. Youth Start will support youth-led enterprises with soft loans of up to 50,000 to help startups. And then 50,000 to 100 under the Startup Acts module, soft loans tied to equipment, and then 100,000 to 400,000 for SMEs. Okay, so they're saying that they're going to give out a few more loans for people to start. But it's funny because it's also the budget of the entrepreneur, isn't it? That's all everyone has been talking about.
Yeah.
So unless you're saying that, you know, the encouragement to be an entrepreneur is a response to the call for jobs, then you're really not saying anything at all.
So 2022 budget is a response to the call for jobs. And then I'm asking myself, 2016 or 2017 when President Akufo-Addo assumed power, does it mean that we have not been responding to the call for jobs since? We're only now doing that? Okay. Innovative e-levy may impact formalization of economy negatively. That's the IEA saying that. Okay, and then we go to the census spread. EcoBank donates 100 laptops to KNUST to support less privileged students. ADB donates 100,000 cedis to Galka for women's football. GCB presents 200,000 cedis to Galka for women's football. Okay, so it's good. Women's football is getting some money. Eventually. Abu Jinapo calls for indigenization of the mining sector. GIC Bank's fishy deal. Roman new Mount Science revised CSRA with host communities. Okay, that'll be it for the finder. Let me quickly do the Daily Dispatch.
Why?
That's the headlines.
Okay, go ahead.
The government responsible for 88% of NCA licensed fiber optic investment in Ghana. That's Baumia saying that. So the headline says Baumia exposes NDC. KGL Group will continue to contribute more than 100 million cedis per annum to government and address buffer stock challenges to curb erratic food supply. That's Chas saying that. Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools.
Okay, so on the front page of the Daily Guide, MPs clash over 2022 budget. Africa's first sciatica research center opens in Accra. I'm number 2, Backbin declares.
Oh.
Yeah, so this was after the I have the power to...
So no more number 3.
I mean, okay, let me read it. Speaker of Parliament Alban Backbin has stoked yet another controversy by declaring that he is no longer the number 3 most powerful person in the country, but rather number 2 after the president. The speaker last weekend created the impression that he has the power to sack President Akufo-Addo from office after he said he can remove the president, but the president cannot remove him. He has now moved a step further by saying that a Supreme Court judge has told him he's the second most powerful, even ahead of the vice president. He made the statement at the post-budget workshop held at Ho in the Volta region over the weekend for members of parliament following the reading of the budget statement and economic policy of the government for 2022 financial. Okay. He says when you start from His Excellency the President, you have to go to the Vice before he comes to Speaker and then the Chief Justice. But there are 3 arms of government, he said, attracting spontaneity. Okay, I see what he means. My colleagues in the Supreme Court actually told me that you're not number 3, you're number 2.
Oh,
and,
okay. So he didn't know, he was reminded.
If there are 3 arms, then you can't have 2 from one arm. Okay. So one arm, one arm, one arm. So if you arrange it, President is number 1, he's number 2, and then the Chief Justice will be number 3. So not sure where. Becky's massage. Yes, yes, yes. Aha, aha. I'm trying to read this with no drama. Go up small. A, yes. All work and no leave make Hasbi a door.
Wow.
Okay, international stories. WHO, EU could pass 2 million COVID-19 deaths by March 2022. Mexican nurseries lottery win turns into nightmare. So parents in southern Mexico say they are being threatened by a gang after their children's nursery won 20 million pesos. That's $950,000 in a lottery. Okay, Bulgarian bus crash leaves dozens dead. A lot more stories, page 6 and page 7. But let's do some entertainment news. John Benjamin throws shade at Hits FM. John Benjamin is still in Accra?
No.
Okay. Former UK High Commissioner to Ghana on Tuesday dragged Accra-based radio station Hits FM on social media for saying Stone Boy shut down the UK with his performance at the O2 Academy, Islington. Wow. Okay, so it's like, it's an expression. Anyway, Kumasi Theatre will be ready by end of 2022. Black Panther star Letitia writes injuries more severe than reported. So Marvel says Black Panther star Letitia's onset injuries are more severe than it was reported. In a new letter signed by Marvel's president, the injuries, which were originally believed to be minor, were more critical than originally reported. According to the British star, suffered a critical shoulder fracture and a concussion with severe side effects. And whilst they were filming the Black Panther sequel, Wakanda Forever. Anyway, so they've halted the filming until 2022 so that she can get better. They have seen quite a lot of tragedy, haven't they? The Black Panther squad. We lost Chadwick earlier. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish with this. I eat bananas a lot.
There's more showbiz on the page.
Yeah, but it's kind
14.
of Central Music Awards to honor Kwabena. Actors deserve better remuneration.
That's Ivan Kwashigan. Remuneration.
Okay. And then on the back page, I eat bananas a lot. Afenajan admits he was trending as well. When was it? I think on Sunday. He plays for Roma, I think. Yeah, he plays for Roma. Young guy, really young guy.
He's a guy who Moreno gifted some boots, some very expensive boots. 800 euros.
Yeah.
Boots cost 800
yeah,
euros.
5,005. Wow, Yao has calculated the thing in CDs already. And he knows what he would have used it for. But somebody to watch out for.
He came off the bench and scored for Roma.
Yeah, twice.
In the match. So.
Yeah, he scored twice. So great stuff. Kotoko faced Kempong Academy today. Goyle, Ghana Free Zones, Bedborough Partner, MTN. So that's it for the Daily Guide. Do we have 2 minutes? Do you want to do a paper or should we do my
No, just a front page. Daily Statesman, those against 2022 budget must repent. Kweku Kwatin warns of dire consequences if the budget is not approved. And Huawei, Rebecca Foundation take fintech training to rural areas. Okay, so that's it. Let's go to my journal now. Get to see what's there. So, Rawlings fought corruption with more conviction than all other presidents. Kofi Bentil saying that. Okay, but how successful was he? That's another question. Murder of girlfriend, police picks up burnt hair from suspect's backyard. I don't know the whereabouts of my sons, Kofi Amwabeng. That's a very touching article you should read. That's actually the interview on Prime Morning. And then NSMQ 2021, Prempeh College advances to final after victory over OWAS KNUST SHS. Ghana's economy is suffering from an unfortunate condition at forcing. I advise National Security Minister not to make details of Akufo-Addo's foreign trips public. That's Brian Achampong. Okay, so it's because of Brian Achampong's advice that we don't have details of how much it costs the president to hire those private jets. Now, toll booths are not market centers. Majority leader to angry hawkers. Hey. Really?
That's very insensitive. Very, very insensitive.
Pay your taxes by December 3 or face prosecution. GRA cautions OMCs. Hey, the OMCs who are selling the fuel.
This is your age, yes. Very, 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 wow.
And then failing to pay regulators huge sums of money results in collapse of companies. That's vacancy in Doom there. And that's it for My Joy Online.
All right, well, the show continues. We're going to take a break for some sports news. But when we come back, we'll be having that all-important conversation on fuel and the prices that have gone up. Now, Coach Yankson asked me a very funny question this morning. He said, you know, we're saying that fuel is almost 7, so 6.98, 6.99. So if you buy 1 liter, it's price per liter, right?
Yeah.
If you buy 1 liter, would they give you the change? So you might as well just say it's 7, you know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah. But I'm not sure how you're going to be driving up and down during Christmas if these prices remain as they are. We'll have that conversation when we come back. And of course, some very interesting features about the NSMQ and what's gone on behind the scenes and all of that. You definitely want to stay tuned in. This is the AM show. We'll be right back after this.